Hit that like button, guys. Come on. Yo, what up, what up? How we guys doing? Let me know if the audio is good. Voice and music. Yeah, welcome to the stream. The one in 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Every 4 months we stream. Sometimes we don't stream at all. Once in a blue moon. How you guys doing? Good morning, Sahib. Lukev, how are you doing? Nas. What up, what up? Miss you, Mercedes. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Audio's good? Okay, good to hear, guys. Bring back OTE room? Yeah. Nah, we good. Yeah, so this morning I actually took a loss on euro. Was not expecting this big of a dump. Actually, I was expecting continuation higher, but there was a trade deal on Sunday with the EU and the US, right? 15% tariff, and I think also 750 billion in energy being bought by the euro, by the European Union from the US. So that's very good for the dollar. But can't win them all, right? That's how it goes. What's up, Sins? Yes, I am Sins, of course. Let's see what we got on the charts. So, still not 100% convinced, guys, that we're gonna go bullish on DXY, but we'll see after today's closure. I kind of hoped that today's candle wasn't that massive as it is right now, so we could have a nice New York session to trade from. But I can't predict how price goes early in the day. I can anticipate it, but the ADR is pretty big right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, so we're at 146% ADR, which means it's probably exhausted for upside. So the only thing I would rather expect is a retracement lower, at least back to discount. I would not expect another big pump like this today. And if we put premium and discounts, likely gonna retrace back to discount. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. If that happens, let me put a... Oh, that equilibrium line lines up exactly with the old high over here. I'm gonna remove this. Akhamizable. Hey Tom, love your TAM model. Thank you, sir. Hopefully it's helpful for many of you guys. I got a lot of good feedback on the model itself, so. EU dumped? Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty crazy. Pretty far. Like this is, for EU standards, this is very, very big. But nonetheless, I still think we can trade higher, but it depends on the candle closure, of course. Just because we had a big drop on a Monday doesn't mean we're gonna go full-blown bearish. You're not profitable and you aren't in LOC, what are you doing? That's a very good question. If you want to get profitable, you go there. 2-3 months LOC, you will see. You also took a L on EU today, referee? Yeah. A lot of people I know, even very respectable traders, took an L on EU. So, it's all fine. It's part of the game. Like, yeah, nobody has 100% win rate. As long as you manage your risk and everything. Yeah, GU is... I think the main reason why DXY went that high is because the euro is so extremely weak. And you guys know that DXY has like 56% euro in it. So obviously DXY gonna move with the euro weakness. But you can actually see, like, for example, GBP USD did not drop that far at all. Only like 35 pips. Which means there is, if you analyze DXY, you should know that Euro has the biggest impact on it right now. And it doesn't mean we're going to go full-blown bearish on the Euro USD. Especially if you look at all the other dollar pairs. I don't think... Let's see, USD JPY. It's also not that big for JPY pairs. Like, this is only like 75 pips. ADR maxed out? Yes. I think Euro GBP USD actually can go higher this session. At least until we take out these highs here. Would expect more, but we're just picking this little range to order pair. Not in a trade myself. Not looking for a setup per se. But this is something we can watch for the stream. And then we're just gonna go through all you guys' questions, if you have some, of course. What up, Atash? You were lucky to be asleep, otherwise you have taken a loss on EU. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's better to keep sleeping. For sure, yeah. How much was my win rate this month? Oh, then I have to check my journal, but let me check my phone. Let me gauge around the ballpark what we did this month. Let's see. Let's see. Where did the month start? I would say like 60%-ish. Yeah, around 60%. But the winners are like 3R minimum, so it's actually 60% with 3Rs is very good. What is your model? If you go to my YouTube channel, there's the entire model is outlined in a series. Did you get in on 15 minutes per value gap? No, I didn't get in anywhere. Gonna wait patiently, because if you look at this 4 hour, right? Either what can happen right now is this goes sideways, and then we'll see another drop, or we'll actually have some significance from this fair value gap, and we'll have to see what happens here. It's gonna be interesting. I think this can still go higher, especially depending on how the daily candle closes and time of the week. And same thing with EU. To me, this just feels like a inducement or sells, but I could be wrong, of course. And in the end, doesn't matter. This is what you gotta understand. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong about direction. It's about making money in the market. So there will always be people who try to correct your analysis and think they know it better. But if you pull out money out of the market, that's the most important part. Have you traded NASDAQ lately? Hell no. No. Not me. The MMXM trader though, in our private group, he trades NASDAQ. He got some very good scalps last week. Last week was amazing for us. Like, I had a lot of winners. You guys can see, of course, the executions I did they are on Twitter, right? So make sure to follow my Twitter as well if you guys haven't followed that, right? At the OTE trader. Post my payouts for transparency and everything, right? Have you gone from 2R to aiming 3R, or have the targets recently just lined up with higher RR amounts? There was a lot of volume last week, so it was a lot easier to hold trades. So for example, the trade I took here, this one had a lot of volume, So what I typically do, I wait how price reacts around an old high. If it aggressively retraces, I tend to close it quicker than if it starts to displace through the high. I will just hold it and see what the next available target is to the left of it. Right, so if you look over here, this big push above this high, for example, or even this one, I took a trade here as well. The displacement that happened through this high, I can keep aiming for this high over here, right? So I think I closed over here, one of the positions. I entered here, and then I closed up here. Then I entered again, somewhere here, and then I closed above here. And then I entered on this low, and then I closed on this high, right? That's basically what happened last week, so... then you could argue you could hold this one all the way up to here. I mean, I'm a day trader, right? So I picked the low-hanging fruit, and that's it. No need to greed for more. You wanted to join LOC, but you only trade ES and NASDAQ? Well, the MMXM trader is in LOC as well, and he only trades NASDAQ. He doesn't touch Forex. That's my department. And the MMXM trader does equity, so he always posts NASDAQ setups and his analysis. What do you think about 65% win rate with an average of 2.5 R? Yeah, that's insanely good. Like that's crazy good. Like you could literally become a millionaire with those stats. That's great, yeah. The markets are prepping for FOMC and NFP. What's your weekly outlook on EU and gold? Well, this week is going to be kind of tricky, especially with the big range we had today. And then Wednesday we have interest rates for the dollar with FOMC. So I think I'm going to stay conservative this week. And here's the thing, right? You don't need to trade every day or every week even. So we're just going to keep an eye on how price develops. I don't think I'm gonna be taking much trades this week unless we have a clear-cut entry and draw on liquidity. If there's like very equal lows or equal highs and there's a clean POI, then I will start to look for something. But as of now, I don't think anything. Do you think the scalpers have a better win rate since the range they expect to be filled is smaller? No, I think that's subjective. You could lose scalping trades. Like, doesn't matter. This is the thing with a large range and a smaller range. Like if you're scalping, you're doing a smaller range. But I think scalping is harder than trading the 1 hour, for example. Because there's a lot to think about when you're trading like a 1 minute, 5 minute, and that's the hierarchy of every time frame above it. At some point, it becomes irrelevant. So obviously, if you're trading a 1 minute, the weekly time frame is not really important. But you have to consider like the next 4 hour distribution, what the daily candle will do, and the deeper you go into the time frames, the more on the hierarchy you gotta consider. But that's my personal opinion, and that's why I don't scalp. I keep it on a 15 minute. I find the 15 minute very soothing, very comforting. Not too fast. You have time to think if you want to enter yes or no, or I want to adjust my stops, or when I'm looking at for example, this 15 minute time frame. Let's say I got in over here, right? Just hypothetically. I can wait a longer time to decide what I want to do. Now, this could also be a disadvantage, because if you get anxious and price goes against you on the 15 minute, let's say this 15 minute candle here, it went all the way down here, and it looks like it's not respecting the fair value gap, you could get anxious and close early, and then the candle closes up here, right? So I think the 15 minute intraday gives you a lot more leeway to see what the daily profile will be. And if you go into like a 5 minute or 1 minute, it's going to be a lot of chaos. So let's say you trade on the 1 minute this morning, this was chaos, right? You don't really want to do it. But if you look at the 15, as soon as this happens here, you know, okay, I'm just gonna wait for the next session, see what it offers, and maybe I want to stay out, right? That's also a possibility. What is LOC? LOC is my private group which I run with the MMXM trader. So it's living off charts. The private Discord. Today's price action is horrible. I mean, if you were a short seller on EU, you probably had the best day. But my bias was long, so I took an L on EU this morning during London. So for me, there's nothing today. I'm just seeing how 4-hour candles are developing. And the way this 4-hour candle closes is not too... how it closed over here is not too convincing for higher, so I'm not gonna touch anything here. And Euro looks still very bearish, so we don't want to trade against this. You don't want to catch a falling knife, especially on the 4-hour. The 4 hours has a lot of pressure here, and I don't want to hold my hand up and cut off my hands here. So yeah. You were banned by me in LOC Discord? Well, I don't ban people for no reason, so you probably did something that was bannable. Right? I have no reason to ban anybody if there is always a reason. Typically I ban people who post those scam trading view premium scam things on Reddit, or free Steam gift cards and that kind of stuff. Right? If maybe you posted something like that, then you will get banned, yeah. But if you send me your Discord username, if you DM me on Discord, then I will I will look at what you did. Is New York session better than the London session for entry? It just depends what the previous session has done. Like if London session was a accumulation, obviously it's not nice to trade, but then you can trade New York. But if Asia session was a large expansion, you don't want to trade London session, right? But if Asia session is a nice consolidation, there's still a chance to get a great opportunity during London. For sure. I'm wondering how deep can we go with this ADR? We're at 173% right now. That's absolutely massive. So basically this weekly candle right now is almost as big as previous weekly candle, but we did it in less than a day. See what these guys are doing here. Gold also doesn't look like it wants to trade lower for sure. Even though we swiped this low here, I still consider this a relative equal low. Because look, if a low gets swiped, it's only valid for a liquidity sweep until you take out the buy side liquidity. And that has happened already, so this remains equal lows for me right now. Which is a great target if you wanna aim for shorts. And then also a purge here. Also possible your account got cookies stolen, so spammers use your account to spread those scam messages. Yeah, probably if you clicked on a link or something, then... Ooh, another dump incoming. This one is not stopping today. 182% right now. Actually crazy move today. Can you check NASDAQ and what do you think? Well, we're in all-time highs, right? And as the saying goes, you don't want to short in all-time highs, but there's definitely a possibility this can go a little bit deeper. You can use this volume imbalance as a PD array as well, so you have to decide what you want to do afterwards. The open is in like 8 minutes, so CS. Any trades today? Yeah, I took an L on the EU this morning, and that's about it. And now I'm just I hoped we didn't have that much of a massive expansion before the stream, but we did, unfortunately. Please do one live stream in a week at least. No, I'm live multiple times a week in my group though. I don't feel like doing that on YouTube every week. We're benefiting so much from your content. Thank you, sir. Astrophile Trades. That's great to hear. But in the end, it's all ICT concepts, right? So all credit goes to the inner circle trader. I will never claim concepts as my own. They are ICT. Bitcoin on the higher time frame. I mean, that shit looks bullish as hell. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, we have a massive expansion here. And now it's going sideways. So if you look at market cycles, let's see, we pierced this low. But does it make sense to go higher from here? I mean, it can, but I think most likely it's gonna run one more time to do 3 drives and then run higher. So I guess something like this is more probable. Like, I think it's still gonna push higher based on the market cycles here. Because let's say you remove the wicks, right? Like this. This looks like an expansion into consolidation, right? So if it goes down, that should be a retracement and manipulation, and then we should go higher again. Like the wicks is just lower time frame destruction here. In the end, you always want to pay attention to the bodies. Harry H. LOC live streams are quality, well worth joining. Thank you, man. I remember you. Appreciate that, sir. What is double purge range? That's a MMXM trader concept. You can ask him. You guess it was hacked and spam message by your profile? Alright, message me your Discord username and I'll unban you from the Discord. Let me know. Missed you, man. Ruba, thank you. I'm back for one stream every quarter. Yeah, this is once in a quarter live stream. I don't live stream that much on YouTube. Thanks for everything. You played a big part in building a strong pillar in my understanding of the markets. Fluidity trading, I remember your name. Good to hear, bro. Love to see you guys succeed as well. Hope you guys enjoyed my last video as well, where I got max allocation and I made about 30,000 last month. I'll upload another YouTube video, I think, maybe end of this week. Because I got like 16,000 more in payouts this month already. Break down a few trades, maybe. I think that could be nice. All right, I'll get your ID and when I have time, I will unban you. I'm not on Discord on this PC right now. Why don't you trade futures prop firms? Because I trade CFDs. I don't like the trailing drawdown rules. And they have like a maximum you can withdraw, and you have a lot of minimum trading days. Too many rules for me. Those futures firms, I don't like it. I just go with the regular CFDs, and because I'm not from the USA, doesn't really matter, right? Because the CFDs are not banned in Europe. Can I give a quick economic calendar overview? Let's see if I can pull up the calendar. Forex Factory. In 1 second, pull it up on the stream. Right, so this is what we have this week, right? Right, so today's Monday, we have no news. Yet we had the biggest fucking EU candle. But that's because of yesterday Trump announced the trade deal with the EU, right? The 15% tariff and 750 billion worth of energy being bought by the Europeans from the USA. So that's very good for the dollar. I mean, we have high impact news almost every day, so it's going to be volatile. Tomorrow, tradable. Wednesday, I'm going to skip Wednesday. I never trade FOMC days, federal funds rate releases. If it was FOMC meeting minutes, that's fine. But if it's federal funds rates, I like to avoid that. And then Thursday, more USD news, unemployment claims, and an NFP on Friday, of course. NFP is gonna round off the week with whatever the weekly candle wants to do. And you guys gotta be aware as well, right? It is 28th of July, so Friday on NFP is the new monthly candle. So NFP might already give a hint on where the new monthly candle wants to open and make a low or a high for the upcoming weeks. So that's gonna be very interesting. Oh, we have equity open in a minute. Let's go to NASDAQ here. In like 30 seconds. Yeah, so if you look at NASDAQ right now, I don't trade NASDAQ, so it doesn't really matter what I think about NASDAQ. But I'm on a 45-minute time frame for some reason. The way the 1 hour tech candle is closing with the bearish PD arrays and everything still looks like we want to drop. It is in all-time highs, however, doesn't mean we can't go lower, right? We're also in this volume imbalance here, which is where we can find support for higher. So for me, I would like, if it's here and it's in the middle of the range, by the way, right now, for me it's more likely it's gonna go lower, but I would not trade it because it's in the middle of the range right now. Yo, Zai Gaming. Yes, we're streaming on YouTube today. Yes, sir. See how long we can stream. Depending on today's closure, if it's gonna be very bearish, obviously this is what you should aim for. Other than that, I don't think it's anything else sensible. But if it runs it today, we just literally did an entire weekly expansion in one single day, right? So are USD JPY longs valid? I mean, if it fits your trading model, then it's valid, yeah. Currently 4 hours is bullish. We're pretty high up in the range. We have a daily fair value gap here as well, and it's just the start of the week, so it's not the highest quality setup in my opinion, because you're basically, time is kind of tricky here, because if the early start of the week we trade a lot higher, there's a chance that we can go lower later in the week. So not 100% convinced on that. Did you catch EU short? No, I'm not chasing EU, bro. Like, if we drop this far during London, I'm not trading New York session. That's no, that's not what I'm gonna do. That is not what I'm gonna do. Like, if the ADR is around 80 to 100% during London and New York starts, I'm not gonna trade New York. That's just a rule I have, because even though if we go to this today already, that's not something I would expect after such a large drop on during London session. So I'd rather avoid. And if it does go, I mean, sometimes price goes without you. That's fine. You don't have to catch every move. But I want to trade every day. Yes, and that's why you are not profitable. That's how it is. Euro NZD was clean for short. I mean, everything that has a euro in it was clean for shorts today. Like, the euro took an absolute shit. Look at Euro GBP. Look at this. What is the ADR? 226% ADR on Euro GBP. That just tells you how weak the euro is today. And I think that's the biggest factor in why DXY is moving higher as well, because that's the biggest part of the DXY, right? That's the euro. And then if you look at the correlated assets, they don't move that much. So it's definitely just the euro being extremely weak today. Let me readjust my seat. Do you always take your entry in between 9 AM and 10:30? Brother, most of my entries are in London session. But I do prefer 9 AM, yeah, if I trade New York, definitely. What are your favorite pairs? Euro USD and GBP USD. I don't trade, pretty much I don't trade anything else than that. Oh, GBP JPY, that's my favorite pair. Look at this beauty. Look at this absolute magnificent beast. That's some proper price action. Euro AD clean short for the upcoming days. That could be possible, yeah. Well, I don't know what AUD is, brothers. AUD and NZD are not real currencies. I don't know what it is. I'm not looking at that for sure. No. What is CHF as well? Like CHF, I don't know what CHF is. CHF, AUD, NZD. I think it might. This is probably gonna. By the looks of it, this is just gonna run today. Like, and then we have tomorrow, which is pre-FOMC. Man, this week is gonna be tough as hell to catch another entry after this big drop. At least for me, that's. I don't like to trade like when prices like this. And luckily, I don't have to stress about paying a bill because we got some money saved up. What up, Million Block? Million Block, always present in the live stream whenever I live stream, once in a quarter. But you're late. It's not good, man. You're late. Check USD CAD, please. I have longs from 34,300. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. 34, 30, wait. 34, 300. Brother. Wait. Bro, the 34, 300 is not possible, bro. Like, it's all the way from down here. This is 34, 300, bro. I didn't partial, bro. Like, I got in over here, but it didn't partial. We're gonna go to all-time highs. I think you messed up the numbers, but I mean, that's like a Bitcoin type of hold. Yeah, I got in over here, but then Bitcoin was here, and I didn't take profits, and then Bitcoin was all the way back down here. Now we just might as well hold. Interesting. Thanks for always sharing your insights. Does that big euro candle change your DXY view at all? No, not really. I'm just gonna stay conservative and neutral for the time being. But the thing is, with one big crazy candle on the start of the week, either the rest of the week is gonna be shit and it's gonna consolidate and do high resistance liquidity runs, or it was one big fat inducement candle, and we're just gonna reverse later in the week. But we'll see. I'm not in a rush. I like to have the 4-hour aligned before I trade something. So right now, euro is not aligned for higher prices on the 4-hour. So it's more likely it's gonna run lows. I think these lows can go. So I'm not looking for longs at all. But I don't want to short it either, because we're like, this is a massive expansion, and I don't want to like chase price, right? This is my personal opinion. Sir Khan, I'm really happy for your recent success and seeing you get great payouts, also providing education and sharing insights. Thank you, sir. Yeah, the last couple of months were very good. I did 5-figure months last year as well. But this year I'm ramping up big time. We're not done yet, we're just starting out. Gotta stay humble, we need more capital, so still need to do another challenge, but I fucking hate doing challenges, bro. Like, just a pain in the ass. Do you live trade every day in your premium group? I mean, I send my analysis, my POIs, and sometimes during the stream a signal, but I don't like to do signals. I don't think anybody learns anything from signals. And you will learn in the long run that that is the truth. But not every day, no, because what if, let's say, tomorrow is a shit day? Why would I wanna do live trading? I'd rather not. It's not sensible to do a live stream when price action is absolutely horrible. What indicator do I use for the daily candle divider? Well, this is a vertical line in the toolbar here. So you have a vertical line, and then you click, and then you have a vertical line. So I do it manually. I don't have any indicators, except for the ADR. Like, I don't want to manually calculate that. That's the only thing I use an ADR for. For an indicator for. What's my biggest monthly percentage return? Oh, brother, I don't know. And it doesn't really matter either, because let's say I had a 15% return 1 month, but a year later I also had 15% return on 1 month, but my capital is 10x. So the money will be hugely different. Beetje laat, maar banner. Brother, you gotta show up earlier. We're almost done. Nah. Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate everybody joining, guys. That's very kind of you. Even though I'm never live on YouTube. Can you answer my question? Ask it again. I didn't see it. What's the ADR indicator? It's a 5-day ICT ADR from Price WH. Yeah, Joel. It's been 4 months. You should bless us with 2-hour live. I'll do my best. I'll see how long I can live stream today. Do you trade futures or Forex? I'm willing to join premium of you guys. Will it be favorable for me as a futures trader? Because I can't hold overnight. Yes, the MMXM trader trades futures. He only does NASDAQ. Sometimes gold. I'm basically the Forex department. So I'm doing the EU, GU analysis. Obviously we consult each other, and if we're both agreed upon, we'll send it in, right? But MXM does all the NASDAQ. I don't trade NASDAQ. Man, this is crazy. 225% ADR on Euro GBP. Madness. DXY took out this high. Yeah, and the Forex department is pretty pretty uncatchable if you want to try to catch anything today, in my opinion, based on the daily range that is provided. So if you look at the daily candle, let's say this was a 1-hour candle. Would you buy at the lowest point of a 1-hour candle? Probably not, right? Or sell, I mean, on the lowest part of a candlestick over here. When this candlestick is like almost twice as big as a regular one. Not sensible. It doesn't mean it can't go lower. It can still go lower in this daily candle. But the quality is just low, in my opinion. Gold will reach 33.09 today. Check it out. Let me check it out, man. Yeah, I mean, like a bit ago, we talked about gold going to these lows. That's the most sensible thing. So that's 33.09. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Christian. How do you tackle FOMO on trades? Well, I've been burned enough to know not to enter too early. I still, once in a while, enter a little bit too early. If I really am convinced about price, but typically that burns me. So that just goes to show the only way I'm like have a higher chance of losing a trade if I just don't stick to my system, right? But because I know the data and the data is consistent in waiting for the setup, that's why I don't have FOMO. Also, I think about what if I just keep breaking my plan and everything is fucked up and I have to go back to my old day job. That thought alone scares me so much that I don't wanna enter too early. But sometimes I still do. I'm only human. I can make mistakes as well, right? But yeah, the thought of going back to being an employee, oh my lord. Hell no. So I gotta be focused, right? Do you trade crypto? I do not. I only trade EU and GU, guys. Are you waiting for 4-hour OTE on EU? No, I'm not looking at EU today. We'll let it close, see what the 4-hour candles do. And I only might be interested in GU if we do bottom out on EU at some point. I think GU can still run higher. But we need some proper 4-hour structure here, because this is not it. This might as well go sideways here and then drop again, right? So there's nothing here. I'm just watching this for the session, but there's nothing to trade here. I can't put my finger on where I want to trade today, so that means I stay out, right? And DXY is very, very bullish right now, so you don't want to look for longs on majors. And we can go to these highs. Same with EU, can go to these lows, right? So we don't want to look for any longs on majors. Actually keep it on EU, see if it can reach it today. That's only a few pips away, I think. Yeah, like 15 to 20 more pips and then we're at the low. You think DXY will reach the volume imbalance? Yeah, if it keeps going like this, yes. Johnny Sins is spitting some wisdom. I mean, I try. Indices are also decoupled. Let's see. I mean, not really. I think they should all go down. NASDAQ looks like the strongest currently. That's what I said at the start of the stream as well, right? Before the open. It's more likely to go lower, but NASDAQ definitely looks very strong, so probably going to be high resistance for that one. You also still have this gap here, which is being respected. If you start to close above it though, that can still cause for a run higher. Especially if we take out these lows down here, and NASDAQ does not do it, right? And we have SMT on these lows. And GU finally going as well. Been accumulating for the entire day here, right? Yeah. Keep it on EU, see if we can take out a low during this session. Can you suggest some better prop firm? I mean, for me, I don't affiliate with any prop firms, but if I would have my opinion, I would go FTMO. First of all, that's the best prop firm there is. Then I would go with the Fivers. Definitely on number 2 for me. I never had a payout denial, never had an issue. Always get paid within like 24 hours. Customer support really good. Same with FTMO. Like they're on par. I think FTMO or the Fivers have better spreads. That's the only thing maybe, but FTMO is like such a solid firm as well. And you have more capital with FTMO. On the Fivers, the 100k is like the maximum on a high stake, so that's a 2-step program. But you can scale up your account like I'm doing, right? And I think you can have another account, but you have to start at 60k for that one. So, and you cannot merge them. So I don't really like that. That's why FTMO is number 1. I would say probably no, I will keep it at those two. If you don't have either of those two, you should go with those two. All the other firms, I don't have an opinion on them. Are you live every day on YouTube? Hell no, brother. This is gonna be one live stream and then I'm gone again for like 3 months. So if you're here, you're here. You have a question according to Tam, which sequence is much better? The 4-hour key level 1-hour order pairing or 1-hour key level 50-minute order pairing? According to the number of setups and RR. I mean, there are more setups with 1 hour to 15-minute sequence. And either one is not better than the other. It just depends on what kind of psychology you have. If you're very impatient, probably 1 hour to 15 minutes. If you're swing trading, 4 hour to 1 hour is very good. And it's a matter of time. Like the 1 hour to 15 minute is more of a daily expansion model or sequence. And the 4 hour to 1 hour is more of a weekly expansion. So like pick your, what do you want to trade? Do you want to trade the daily expansion or do you want to trade the weekly expansion, right? That's what you got to choose. That's the difference between the two. How much do I risk on FTMO challenge? Between 1 and 2%. If you look for SMT, which one is more reliable for you? EU, DXY or EU and GU? I think EU and DXY is more reliable, but EU and GU is just totally fine as well. You can use both. You use swing account with FTMO? Yes. And not because I'm a swing trader, because it has better rules for news, so you can hold through the news and everything. The only thing is you have less leverage, but I don't think it's necessary to have a 1 in 100 leverage. I think 1 in 30 leverage is totally fine. Like I don't know why people always stress about, oh, I don't have 1 in 100 leverage, but bro, like 1 in 30 is enough. With a 400k, I can open 120 lots, and I trade with 10 lots, bro. Like 10 or 20 maximum. Why would I need a 1 in 100 leverage? Except when you're scalping, of course, and you use like a 5 pip stop loss. Maybe then you would need like 50 or 60 lots. But, yeah, no. Commissions are crazy as well if you open up like a 50 lot. Astroval, for order pairing, stop run must happen in a high time frame PDRA. Ideally, yes. Yes, sir. If you had only to take A+ setups with 1 R, how much your win rate would be? Well, I can't say, bro. Like I have to go through the journal and check that out. But like if it's only 1 R, the win rate would be way higher, of course, because like most of the trades are 2 R or 3 R. So even if a losing trade hits 1 R, that could become a winner. So I can't tell like that. I can guess, but doesn't really matter. Can we reach sell side today? I think it will. Like this is literally not stopping. Like even though the ADR is like almost 200% right now. What's your current AUM? What is that? AUM. What about time factor for order pairing? A 4-hour, 1-hour sequence doesn't matter. The other one prefer with kill zones. OLEG, is it logic like 1-hour key level for low or high of the day and 4-hour key level for weekly high or low? You could say that, yeah. That's more probable. Is this the OLEG from the Twitter giveaway as well? Because welcome to the stream, by the way. Yes, sir. Welcome, my dude. Yeah, we'll have a call on Sunday. Me and Oleg. What about the... Oh, I already read that. Any more videos coming? Yeah, probably end of the week. much capital am I managing? 770k ish, something like that. Hello, Chandra Sakar S. Asset under management. Oh, I see. That's what AUM means. How long did it take to become profitable? If you talk about like ICT concepts, it took like 14 months. Yeah, between 12 and 14 months. But overall, I started in 2019, so that was 2 years before I started ICT concepts. So you could say like 3.5 years, like 3 years or something, yeah. By the way, if I miss a question, my bad. I'm not intentionally like dodging questions or something. Sometimes I don't read it. Can I tell our entire system in short? Brother, watch my YouTube series. Trust me, if you watch the entire series, you will learn some stuff. I'm pretty sure it will help you, definitely. Why did you trade EU earlier today? Because I had a bullish bias and I wanted to buy, and everything lined up for me to look for a long, albeit B+ quality, not A+, but still worth for me. I mean, why are you trading, right? You trade when something lines up with your model. Like, it's kind of a weird question. Why did I trade EU? You trade personal capital? No, just props. How old am I? Brother, I am 33, and in like 3.5 months I will turn 34. We're so old, man. My god. We are old. Yeah, this market is decoupled right now. Earlier it wasn't, but right now it is. YM still dropping, NASDAQ going higher, ES just hanging around here. Lower probability. Gold. Oh, well, we took out the lows I mentioned earlier. Look at that dump. Holy shit. That's a lot. Should have shorted when I said it would go to these lows. Oh well. Oh well. You really like my backtest videos? If you can make more of them, make them longer, like over an hour, that would be awesome. I will try to squeeze in a backtesting session again. What's the best country to live in? Well, I have no idea, brother. I would have to live there to make an assumption or to determine if it's good to live there. I can't say, and I can't base my opinion on what I see on the internet. This is all cherry-picked what you see on the internet, depending on where you are in the algorithm. So we are getting bolder, yeah. You're 40 and trading almost for 3 years. I mean, it's never too late to learn trading, bro. Like, if you were 50, it's still fine. If you were 60, it depends, right? I wish I started earlier, but I didn't know this existed before like before 2019. I had no idea. Can Can I share the trade I took during London? Yeah, of course. Okay, so let's see, what is the time on this? 2:15. Yeah, so basically the whole idea of this trade was that this range for me was good enough to take a long from wherever in the range. So I waited for this low to get run, right? And then go to the 15. And as soon as we formed a swing low or swing low here, I just entered, expecting this to be the expansion again. Obviously it failed, so that's basically the whole idea of the trade. And it was not A quality, so it was lower risk. But still worth for me, because if I can catch the low of the week by doing that with half risk, then I can always scale in once bearish PD arrays get violated. That's basically it. How do you work towards profitability? You stay disciplined. You don't take setups you would normally not take. This is what you, if you trade, if you paper trade for fun, you are never gonna become a profitable trader. You should treat everything like you would when there's money on the line. If you can't be disciplined and take fun trades, then it's not gonna work out. So you really gotta be focused. And this is also the thing. If I see a supposed profitable trader on Twitter or wherever paper trade for fun, motherfucker, I have no time to paper trade for fun. What do you mean paper trade for fun? Either you take a trade and you make money, or you don't take a trade. Who paper trades for fun? It's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that? Unless you're back testing or forward testing a new system, but taking a trade just for fun is the most ridiculous thing ever. That's my opinion. Do I use SMT at all? Yes, of course. Higher time frame key level with SMT is powerful. Of course. Yeah. What did you used to do before 2019? I was a chef in a restaurant. How do you know it's a fake SMT? Depends on what kind of time frame SMT you're looking for. But typically, if the SMT is against higher time frame order flow, that's not good SMT. And this is based on my personal experience, right? Some fucking guru who has the SMT whatever enigma or claims to have, you can just listen to them if they think. But I always talk about personal data collection. But against higher time frame order flow is not good. And if you trade like 15 minutes and below, it has to be within a kill zone. I paper trade crypto for fun as a competition with my brother who doesn't know dick about technical analysis. Yeah, but that's like you have fun with your brother, right? Yeah, that's okay, right? But if you're like, why the hell would I paper trade for fun? I want to make money for fun. So I just trade really for fun to make money. And then I have fun because I make money. And when I lose money, I also have fun. But I'll be a little bit sad though. Because I don't think you can be a robot. Like, if I take a loss, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll take a loss. Yes, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's unfortunate, you know? Like, I would have preferred a win. So, a little bit sad. But not so sad that you would revenge trade or, right? Just a little bit sad. That's fine. From in a nutshell, what's your whole process from analysis to entry pattern? The thing is, you cannot put that in a nutshell. That's the thing. If I would put it in a nutshell, there are so many things that could change my analysis or my entry. So I just can't put it in a nutshell. Okay. Maybe we'll leave the lows for tomorrow. That's also nice. I don't know too much what's gonna happen today. Let's see NASDAQ, what's it doing? Got the high. Yeah, interesting price action today. The only sensible thing was gold dropping here. The rest, not so sure. Do you trade all the major pairs? No, just EU and GU. Any discount or promo on the subscription? I mean, our 3 months has a 22% discount, but we don't run any discounts. Like unlike a lot of other like Discord selling gurus, I actually make more money with trading than with Discord, and it's like 90% of the other guys, they make more with Discord than with trading. So I feel like those type of people run more discounts than we are. We don't need to run discounts. We want high quality people in our Discord, right? Just serious traders who wanna really get to a point that they can do it on their own. Do you agree scalping is harder in Forex? Yes, yes, I definitely agree with that. Because you're dealing with broker feed, and on a futures exchange everything is the same. Like everything here is the same. All the ticks, there's no broker spread or anything. So it just delivers a lot cleaner. There was one discount at Black Friday, once in a lifetime sort of opportunity. Yeah, there was one, yeah. I didn't really want to do that anyway, but I don't think we'll do that again. I don't like doing that. I don't need to do it. Can never give you enough credit. You've taught me so much, man. Ibrahim, thank you, sir. I salute you. I really love those messages, guys. If you guys message me, I passed that evaluation or made I got a payout or anything, I love to get those messages. Do you always take fixed risk to reward setups? Typically, yeah. Typically, but if there's like a lot of volume and there's more to be had, I will just let it run briefly to see if it can expand. Do you think kill zones at times might be manipulative to the overall bias? Do you think kill zones at... I don't understand the question, JP Trade. What do you teach on Discord, if I may ask? Well, I answer whatever question you guys have, obviously. Typically, something like we do right now on YouTube, only I go way more in depth. And you follow along with all my analysis and the MMXM traders analysis. Watching price develop live when there's better price action. Why certain things should happen on the chart, right? That kind of stuff. And yeah, you can let your charts get reviewed and everything, right? So you got a payout with my free education, Tony. That's very nice. I mean, I studied ICT's concept, and that made me profitable, right? So it's just about how quickly can you grasp the concepts, how disciplined can you stay, how proper is your risk management, and if you can't make it click, the only thing you need to do is have a mentor and always check if your mentor is really making money, right? or it's just a hindsight mentor. Don't go with hindsight mentors. They don't have your best interest in mind, for sure. Are you considering weekly profiles in analysis and daily bias? Yes, of course. And we'll use the economic calendar to see where high or low of the week can be formed. So scroll through these charts. Yeah, straight up back up in the range. Always verify your mentor, otherwise you will end up trading CRT or some other bullshit. Yes, exactly. Let me claim I make millions, but never show a broker statement or... But my students make money, that's what's important. Yeah, but you still can't prove you make millions. If you say you make millions trading, you should be able to prove it, and there should be no issue showing you made a couple million trading. Like, I don't understand the difficulty. But people rather follow a cult or like idolize somebody without just thinking logically. And it doesn't mean the concepts don't work, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying if somebody claims to make millions trading, but they never show any proof, I don't have respect for you at all. You're just a weirdo. I passed 4 phase 1s with building a swing model around your time model. It works. That's good, Ibrahim. Let's go, man. CRT is just a swing point model by MMXM Trader? Yeah, basically. Yeah, that is true. Are you friends with Saro Trades? I don't know who that is, sorry. Ever tried futures props? I did, but I don't like the rules. Find it very restricting. Thank you so much for helping us. Of course, brother. Yeah, we'll stick around for like 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna call it. There's nothing to trade for me today, but I love to connect with you guys again. Before you all start leaving, hit the like button, of course. That's very important. Because I need the YouTube ad revenue, guys. My last video made €7, so I can almost pay for my groceries for one day. Do you have any free Discord group? Yeah, we have a free Discord group. Let's see if I can put the link in the description. Well, you can click the link in the description. That will take you to the paid version. But if you're on the store page, there's also a free section, so you can click on the free one. It will get you all the affiliate money. Yes, I need all the affiliate money, guys, and ad revenue. Give me. Use my code. Were you part of ICT's private mentorship? I did not. I was not part of it. Hope you're always healthy. Thank you, man. That's very kind of you to say, Samuel Jordan. Very kind. Thank you. Metin, yeah, I answered earlier in this in the stream. Like it's about your data. If you don't trust your system and data, that's when you start to take trades that are outside of your system. Do you believe in esoteric stuff like manifestation, visualization? I believe if you don't think you can become a millionaire, you will never become a millionaire. I believe I can become a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I have not made millions trading. I'm not claiming that as well. I'm on the way towards that path, and that is what I'm gonna do. I will make it happen, however long it takes. And yeah, I think that's kind of... You live in the Netherlands, isn't like 50% tax since trading is your primary income? Yeah, unfortunately there's a lot of tax, yeah. Yes. Answer, bro. Do you think if I trade only swing points and for value gaps? What do you think? Answer. I mean, if that's your system, bro, like, yeah. But you need to back test it and forward test it, and if it's profitable, you trade it. Like, I can give my opinion, but it doesn't matter. JP Trade, thank you, man. Yes, I try to be as transparent as I can while also remaining just... not to be too open. I want to have a normal life as well. I don't feel like I need to share everything, but I try to share whatever I feel like I want to share. Why did I take EU buys today? Because my bias was bullish and I was wrong, and that's why I lost. Like, that's about it. Stay safe and healthy. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this works. Alright. Guys, this is the end of the stream. I thank you all so much for joining. Once in fucking 3 months I go live. So if you were here, thank you so much. If you need more guidance, of course, you can click the link in the bio if you want to get mentored by me. No pressure. And I wish you all very great success this month and the upcoming month with your trading. And yeah, we'll catch you on YouTube again in like another quarter, I guess. So yeah, guys, take care.